What's up, everybody? On the Zoom call, the meditation tonight, we're going to be exploring something called Vedana. That's a Pali word, Vedana, which is generally translated as feeling tone in the West. Feeling tone. Essentially, what that refers to is the simple fact that every experience that you have, everything, whether it's just purely a physical sensation related to gravity or temperature or aches and pains or whatever, or if it's more subtle, like an emotion or even a thought, every experience that you have comes into consciousness already encoded. So this happens unconsciously, pre-conscious, encoded with a feeling tone that is either pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral. So our entire range of our experience is coded in this very simple way before it rises to the level of our conscious attention. And this is important because on a very subtle level, we are often reacting to these feeling tones by clinging to what we like, clinging to what's coded as a good feeling, right? Trying to push down or suppress or twist away from what we don't like, and completely ignoring everything that's neutral. This is, or perversely, sometimes we twist away and suppress what feels good, right? Or because it doesn't always make perfect sense, or we cling to what we hate. So these processes happen on a very subtle level, and they are producing suffering for us. And as the Buddha was so fond of saying, I teach one thing and one thing only, suffering and the end of suffering. And so by examining the way in which these experiences are coded as they enter consciousness, and more importantly, how we react to that coding, we can start to interrupt and break up these causal chains that are responsible for a significant amount of our anguish and misery, even if it's low-level anguish and misery in life. So try this with me, just really briefly. If you're somewhere where you're sitting and you can just close your eyes for a moment. Turning inward, notice what you feel in your body. The first sensation that comes to you as I say that. What do you feel in your body? Simple, straightforward, physical sensations. The first thing that comes to mind, and notice not only the sensation, the quality, the texture, the feeling of it, but the feeling tone, the Vedana. Is it pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral, in other words? Just noticing that. And then likewise noticing, if you can, what your mind is doing with that information. Are you reacting to the pleasant or unpleasant or neutral feeling tone? Are you pushing it away? Are you clinging to it? Are you ignoring it? Just noticing this universal human process, this very subtle level of sensation. We'll be getting much more deeply into that on the call. I hope to see you there. This is a deep aspect of the Dharma, and I think you'll get a lot out of it.